Hello, welcome to Ghosting with Anya. I'm your host, Anya Smith. Today's a bit different. Usually, I do my podcasting on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but I can do it today too. So, um, yeah, Christmas is finally coming up in a few weeks. And hello, Chris. Thanks for watching my show. Um, uh, Here's what I'm gonna do now. Before we get on the story, tomorrow after my podcast, my boyfriend and I will be going to a 3-day vacation to my hometown for a week. Well, for 3 days only, and December 7th, which is about 6 days away, we're going to Cabo for a week. So today, once I come back from working, which is like doing this podcast. So Chris and I are actually going to pack our stuff and get ready for tomorrow. So happy Christmas to you all. It's finally here and just a few weeks away, but I'm saying it now before it's too late. So yes. Today's story, we are doing The Voice in the Static. Ooh, I would want to find out about it. So thank you guys for checking my YouTube channel, which is right here on YouTube. Please click like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys. And please continue on working on that. So thank you. And please continue on doing it. So, yeah. Anyway, so once Chris and I gonna be in Cabo, we will be taking pictures, videos, and checking out some more paranormal places. And also, we'll be checking out some new foods and also just hanging out at the beach. There is like 2 of them, I guess. I think it's called, the first one is called Lover's Beach. Something to do with people getting married or like staying as lovers or whatever. And the other one is called the Divorce Beach. Something to do like people getting divorced and not, getting involved with other people. And my boyfriend says that you get pic of me in the ocean. Of course I'm gonna take a picture of you in the ocean, Chris. That's what I'm gonna do once we get there. So let's get started on this ghost story. This is gonna be awesome. Okay, so the story is called The Voice in the Static. I hope you guys are ready for it, because I'm ready. So just sit back and relax. Get yourself a drink and some snacks. Go under the blankie. And let's get started on this ghost stories. Just click like, share, and subscribe. And let's get started on this story. Number 11. The Voice in the Static. Leo worked nights repairing radio towers alone at the top of the world, surrounded by fog and silence, except for one sound. A steady hum beneath his radio's frequency. One night, he heard his name whispered through it. The voice was soft, familiar, his late sister's. "Don't climb higher," it said, but he did. And that's just weird. People who are afraid of heights end up climbing higher and then freaking out, lose their balance, and they fall and hurt themselves. They can end up dead like that too. So let's continue on doing that. Each step he took made the hum louder, the static sharper, until it formed words. He reached the top to find a second headset, old, rusted, covered in frost. When he put it on, he heard his own voice say, "I told you not to." That's just creepy. Sounds like he's ignoring it, but apparently is just too strange about it. But apparently it's just not a big deal, I guess. The next morning, the tower was empty. Only the radio played, looping that same warning on repeat beneath the same endless hum. Holy shit. This is probably the reason why people should not be going up to the tower and lose their freaking minds and hearing their own voices somehow from the radio, and also like losing their balance and then falling, hurting themselves. So let's get to the discussions. Was Leo hearing a warning or his own echo? My guess is that Leo was hearing some weird voices that he didn't know. I'm guessing it's maybe his late sister who passed away, and also his own voice. He probably just doesn't know that the voices are coming through his radio when he's repairing them, like literally. So if you have any questions or any opinions, leave the comments down below right here on YouTube, which is like right there. So yeah, my guess is that Leo doesn't know that he's the only one who can hear it, because it sounds crazy, but I'm guessing that Leo just likes to ignore things, apparently, go up higher. But he should have listened to the voice that should not be going higher, so he could hurt himself. Like, if he loses balance, if he looks down, he's going to freak out. And then he would want to climb down, but he's like too scared or something like that. So, yeah, I think Leo's probably hearing voices. But, you know. So let's go to number 2. Why do voices from static sound truer than silence? Well, it's probably because it's the echoes of their own memories, like their late sisters or brothers or family members who passed away years ago. But, you know, Leo's probably is just, I don't know, doesn't really know what's going on, apparently. So, anyway, I think the voices are trying to help him, trying to make sure Leo does not look down and then end up literally losing his balance and then losing his own life. Especially with the static. It's like, I don't know, electrocuting himself somehow. But Leo just likes to ignore things because he doesn't believe in all that shit. So if I were Leo, I would literally listen to those voices. I would take the advice, not climbing up to the tower and then hurt myself somehow by losing my balance. I would literally just rather stay on the freaking ground. So that's exactly what I would do if I were him. Could grief tune us into another frequency entirely? Yeah, it probably would. So I think the grief is probably taken over too much because Leo's sister passed away, like, I don't know when, but maybe a few months after. I mean, like, she probably died a few months before Leo decided to repair the radio towers, cell phone towers, or whatever. But, this happens a lot because we're just grieving because we miss our siblings or a bunch of other relatives that passed away months before. So it happens. So spirits pretty much have the power to communicate with the living. I mean, once you die, you become a spirit and you try to communicate with the living somehow. And Leo just doesn't realize it. Where is it coming from? What does "don't climb higher" really mean? It probably means that if you go higher and you look down, you're going to end up freaking out, scared. You're like, don't know if you're going to go any more higher or lower. But it's like the spirits are trying to tell you that it's not safe to go any higher. Might as well go back down safely so you don't hurt yourself. Like, if you lose a grip, you end up falling and then, I don't know, hit your head on the ground like a hard cement, and then you end up losing your life. A lot of people do that, but the reason why his sister kept telling him that is probably because she's afraid that he could end up dead like her. She doesn't want to lose him ever again. But I think the reason why they're saying those things because it's memories coming back to us, trying to tell us something. So, yeah. Anyway, let's move on to number 5. How do isolation and sound become companions in fear? Well, I think it's probably because isolation can be like away from people, from civilization. It's like in the middle of nowhere, and you don't want to be anywhere near the sound because it's too loud and you can't hear yourself think. Or it's like when you enjoy the quiet and the sound just keeps getting louder and louder, all you want to do is enjoy a peace, but it never happens because there's too many people in the city doing whatever they're doing. But if you're like in the middle of nowhere and you're quiet, you're very peaceful and it's fun. There's not very many people, so you're good. And fear is like, well, it's part of survival, apparently. It keeps you alive long enough. Could the tower itself have been transmitting consciousness? Yes, it probably can do that. So, it actually can. It just somehow kind of goes in between two worlds, like the land of the dead and the land of the living. It's like a tunnel, like a portal between the living and the dead. I mean, spirits always have to communicate with the dead from another world, which is the spirit world, and the living are like an anchors. That's what spirits do, apparently. Spirits just want to make sure their living is taken care of, like overprotected, maybe. Like, say, if my family, if something happens to them, they want to communicate from the other side where other spirits are. The only thing they could think of is some sort of electricity, maybe like SOS, plus also like a radio, or through cell phones or whatever, or through the TV, YouTube videos maybe. But this is how spirits communicate with people who are still alive. For Leo, he's communicating with his dead sister by repairing the radio tower. And she's telling him not to climb any higher, otherwise something terrible could happen to him. But he ends up ignoring that. So he continues doing that until he hears his own voice saying, "I told you so." But he could never, ever, ever take that advice. And that's just sad and tragic. So let's go to number 7. Are hauntings messages or replies? I'm thinking both. A haunting is like a spirit is trying to find their final moments in the place where they died. It's like a beginning. And messages are like trying to communicate with the living, trying to tell them what's going on. And the replies are like people writing messages through time. It's more like a note, but from a different era. Spirits do that a lot, okay? My ancestors, for instance, they communicate with me somehow through my dreams. They come to me in my dreams and tell me that they're okay, and they're warning me about something demonic that could come and disrupt everything. So spirits pretty much do that a lot. But the only way to communicate with them somehow is through meditation, maybe a bunch of energies. Like, well, if you like sit crisscross and your arms are like this, it's like you're communicating somehow with them. It's like you're meditating, trying to get more peace and quiet. That's like communicating with the dead. This is what it is. So it's almost 12 o'clock. So anyway, it's probably almost lunchtime. So but yeah, Leo doesn't know how to communicate with his own relatives, like his big sister. Probably don't know her name, but she's probably passed on like months before, maybe 6 months ago. Apparently Leo is still grieving after her sister's passing, but when she died, her spirit somehow lingered, or maybe she's in heaven watching over him, or she's not moving on until her brother is safe and sound in the ground, so that way he could not, hurt himself somehow while he's repairing a radio tower. So, did Leo ever take advice? We don't know. But we'll have to figure it out more if we ever Seriously, like if we ever put Leo's name in my book that I'm writing right now, my second book, I probably would. So anyway, Leo probably should take his sister's advice, well, his late sister's advice, and climb down so he could be safe and sound at home, not messing with all the shit up there. And that way his sister can move on. The way she would want to move on is to have her brother be at home safe and sound and alive instead of being up there repairing the radio towers and get electrocuted and end up dead. Apparently, Leo has no idea. But that's the reason why he's doing it, because everyone wants to listen to the radio. So, anyway, now we are out of time. So thank you guys for tuning in and watching this video. Chris, my boo-boo, thanks for watching and participating on this podcast. So come on over if you want to, since you're off work probably by now. And come on over. We can all hang out and go out to lunch or something. Tomorrow we'll be doing another podcast, and Chris is gonna be right in. Sorry, my phone fell down. So the next episode we're doing tomorrow with my boyfriend is the shadow that didn't belong. This is the new one, which is story number 12. Sorry about that, but my phone likes to fall down sometimes for no reason. So if you have any opinions and whatever it is you got in your mind, leave me in the comment down below, and we'll figure out how to explain this whole thing with the story. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. But Wednesday, I won't be here doing the podcast because I've got a vacation in my hometown for 3 days coming up, and another week in Cabo for vacation. So happy Christmas, and we'll see you guys tomorrow's podcast. And stay safe and stay warm, and happy Christmas to you all. Enjoy your Christmas vacation, and see you tomorrow. Click like, share, and subscribe. Bye.